Podcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, welcome everybody. You're here on the Evolv Opportunity Call. My name is Bill Pesco-Salido. I've got my beautiful wife here, Michelle Pesco-Salido. I'm now showing my screen. We are experiencing a bit of technical difficulties earlier, which is what always seems to be the case on webinars such as this.
It's always comedy hour. No, we're excited to have you here, especially the guests on the line.
So do me a quick favor. If you can, raise your hand if you can. First of all, if you can hear our voices, please raise your hand.
Okay, good.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
And if you can see our screen, I'm going to put all your hands down.
Okay,
Thanks,
put your hands
Gary.
down. Awesome.
Eric, appreciate it. If you can see our screen, will you raise your hand again for us? Super. Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks so much, guys. All right, so we should be good to go. And did you hit the record? All right, take it away.
We're recording this. So I'm going to just dive right into this webinar. So thank you very much for your time. My name again is Bill Pesco-Salido. I've got my wife, Michelle Pesco-Salido. We also have a special guest on this call tonight, Tom Challen. Tom, are you there?
I'm here, buddy. Thanks for having me on the call.
Thank you for being here. Tom is part of our team here in Evolv. We actually joined with Tom and his beautiful wife Kim just because we believed in the company, we believed in the products and how they can really help people from a health standpoint and transform lives. And we also joined in Evolv to work with Tom and Kim and his partner Travis just because of all the experience that they have to offer, the perspective they have on the industry that they could provide to us and to our team, and also just from the systems, some proven models and systems that Tom has worked on and developed for over 20 years that are people systems, not so much software or technology, but ways to just really get people in and producing and get teams going and duplication and so forth. So Tom, thank you again for your time. Thank you for just partnering with us. And was there anything that you wanted to say real quick before we dive into this presentation?
Yeah, man. First off, I'm excited to be on this call. And I don't remember, it's been a little while since I've done a live webinar for a business. And it's kind of, I feel like a kid in a candy store. My wife Kim and I have been doing this for 20 years, but it always feels exciting, and we're glad to be here, Bill. And mostly we're excited because we get to partner with someone that before we knew you and Michelle, we were actually clients of yours. We were, well, as Kim would say, stalkers, because we were checking out what are they doing now, and hey, let's check out their, because you guys were so successful in your prior company, with you being one of the top enrollers in the entire company, with Michelle, and Michelle being, of course, the Facebook queen. You guys are the epitome of a power couple in the home-based business industry. So we're just beyond excited to be in business with you, excited to be on this call. So I'm going to turn the call over to you, buddy, and I'm excited to take notes and hear what you got to say about what we're doing. And then I'm definitely excited about sharing here towards the end as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Tom. So let me just dive in here. The reason that you're on this call tonight is to learn more about the company that we're involved with, which is called, as you can see, Evolv. So if you just think right now, think out in our society, think the United States and even around the world, there is a big problem that's out there. The problem is, in fact, everywhere. It's on the cover of magazines, it's commercials, news updates. Everywhere you look, there's really is a health crisis in the United States. And a big part of that health crisis is in regards to obesity, bad food decisions, some bad just lifestyle choices and so forth, but really people's health from heart attacks, from obesity, from diabetes, from just poor food and diet choices. It really is affecting lots of people, millions of people in our country and all around the world. In fact, if you look back over the last 2 decades, this is just some obesity trend issues. You can see that between 1990 and 2010, the amount of people suffering from obesity has increased dramatically. And what we're really here to talk to you about is how you can change sort of some patterns or some just habits that you have, that maybe your family or friends have, people that you know and love, that can not only replace bad spending, enable you to save some money, and at the end of it all, improve your health. And how are we going to do that? We're going to do this with using Evolv every single day. Evolv has a number of amazing products. I'm actually going to dive into a little bit here just to give you a little snapshot and example of what some of the products are, and kind of share with you a little bit how we're already benefiting from them and why we love them so much. So one of the first things, and I love this, I drink it every day, probably even 2 cups throughout the day. Evolv has a coffee product. All right, the product is called Cafe Rosso. Now, I'm sure if you're not a coffee drinker yourself, which you probably are, I'm sure you know lots of people who drink coffee. In fact, the coffee industry by itself in the United States is a $19 billion industry, $80 billion industry worldwide. Over 150 million Americans are drinking coffee every single day. Now, I actually know for a fact, Michelle and I, we used to be big Starbucks drinkers. We would go to Starbucks just about every single day, and we would each order our triple mocha latte, frappe, whatever they were called, things. Probably they were like $4.50 or almost $5 a piece. So we're spending, maybe like almost $10 a day just in a couple of cups of coffee.
That's if we only drank 2.
And that's if we only drank 2. And so think about right now, first of all, odds are you are a coffee drinker. Most of you are. But even if you're not a coffee drinker, think about how many coffee drinkers you know. Think about how many people would like to not stop drinking coffee, but replace the current Starbucks or even the crappy Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, I used to go to Dunkin' Donuts all the time, and their product is just flat out unhealthy for you. I mean, it makes you jittery and nervous and
well, the ingredients in it too aren't good for you. A lot of times they're not organic and they're not, from the fair trade. Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely important to drink healthy coffee.
Absolutely, and what you get with Evolv's Cafe Rosso is a healthy, unique version of coffee. They actually have what's called astaxanthins, which basically has the yunzi mushroom, the Ganoderma mushroom. They give you all these great, amazing health benefits. It tastes good. I feel great each morning when drinking this. I put a little honey in there and a little almond milk. Bottom line, this is coffee that is actually good for you. And it's coffee that actually will end up saving you money because you're not going out now to Starbucks and dropping $10, $12 per visit. Now, another thing that you should know, outside of just going to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, there are some other companies out there within the home-based business industry that actually have coffee as their sole product. Now, again, these are companies that don't have necessarily healthy coffee the way Evolv does. And they're also a business whose business model is solely dependent upon just that one product, coffee. And these are companies that are absolutely taking off. They're growing. People joining them, in record numbers. They have people making tons of money, and they only have one product. So where Evolv is quite a bit different is that our coffee is healthy coffee, and we actually have more than one product. In fact, we have several products. The next product that Evolv have is called the Activate. So one of the cool things about Activate, it's an energy drink. So this is going to replace like Red Bull and 5-Hour Energy and all those other things that has been really documented as being very bad for you, like that Monster drink and Rockstar, all these things that are really just downright unhealthy. The Activate, I drink these usually one in the afternoon. I need a little afternoon kick. It's great for, to replace Gatorade or as a, post-workout drink. Feels great, tastes great. I love Activate.
And one thing, if you don't mind me chiming in, I know I wasn't going to chime in on this webinar, but I want to tell you, I consider myself an ingredient geek, I guess you could say. And one of the reasons why we chose Evolv over some of the other companies is the fact that this particular product is not filled with sugars, and they're not filled with the artificial sweeteners, which you find in a lot of the other health and wellness companies. That's not necessarily bashing them. They may be great opportunities, but for somebody that really cares about the ingredients they put in their body, this fit the bill for us. So, this is you're going to see that throughout this presentation. When we talk about the products that we have, that, the artificial sweeteners are not in this, and that's huge, and they're not filled with all the added sugars. And it tastes amazing, by the way. It doesn't taste bad. You would think, oh my gosh, you take the sugar out, it's bad. It doesn't. It tastes really good.
Yeah, that's a great point, Michelle. We are very discerning in what we put into our body. And again, from a business decision standpoint, we wanted to know that we're backing this product 100% by consuming it daily ourselves. Not just, let's have everyone else try it, not us. We're product users. We're really buying into the product. We love the product. It makes me feel great. I look great. And we just want to share that with everyone we can. So bottom line, Activate, it's guilt-free energy, great flavor, nourishing green tea extract.
Flavor.
Good for pre, post, during exercise.
And easy to take along. We took it to Vegas with us.
Yeah, it comes in a little packets. You just mix it into water. Another product. So maybe energy drinks aren't your thing. Hey, I get it. That's no big deal. Well, Evolv has a shake. This falls into shake and weight loss. So think about anything out there where people are doing like Jenny Craig, or anything where you replace a meal. This is now, again, a healthier, more cost-effective version to compete in that market space. So, what you're going to also take away from this is that Evolv by no means is a one-trick pony. They have a full product line suite that's going to have, it at the very least, one thing for everyone. Now, in most cases, they'll have 2 or 3, if not 4 products, maybe 5 products that most people will like. But when you find that real picky person, Evolv is going to have at least one thing for just about everyone out there. So that when you're representing Evolv, when you're consuming the products, when you're talking with people and sharing, hey, I feel great using this stuff, what do you think? They're going to have something for everyone.
And one of the biggest objections that I think that you might hear, I know in the past when I've dealt with health and wellness is, there's sucralose in that shake. There's artificial sweeteners. With the Evolv shake, if you notice on that screen, no artificial sweeteners in there, which is another added benefit.
Yep, no sucralose, no soy, which has also been documented to do damaging things. So
to your hormones.
Hormones. Who needs them?
So skinny never tasted this good.
So, you look at this as however you want. You could, replace your breakfast, replace, your lunch with this. I actually like it as a post-workout drink. I add a little peanut butter in with the chocolate. It tastes really, really good. It's actually a little bit more fulfilling for me. Adds a little extra protein. But, this is really something, again, that most people could really take advantage of and help them feel fuller longer. Something that, for those of you who are maybe already within network marketing, here's just a little rundown of how Evolv is superior to other health and wellness companies out there. So if you look, about halfway down, if you look at the calories in there, you compare it with the amount of protein that's in there. You look at the first column where all those things are checked. All those things aren't checked in just about all the other companies' products, meaning no artificial flavors, check, we have none. No artificial sweeteners, check, Evolv has none.
This is big.
No GMO prebiotic fiber. Who wants that in their bodies? I don't. They've got omega-3s. No soy protein. This is healthy, good stuff. So that when you're consuming this, that when you're talking to someone, your grandmother, your aunt, your cousin-in-law, your brother, your neighbor, whomever, that this is good quality stuff. And again, we are ingredient nerds. We wouldn't be involved with the company if we didn't feel good about consuming this and the results that we're getting for ourselves. So you can trust that this is not only good for you, but for anyone else that you happen to share this with, share samples with, share the product with. You can feel good about this from a conscience standpoint. Now, here's obviously some testimonials of actual Evolv customers. Now, here's a funny story. Tom, you actually know one of the people here in these pictures. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, it's funny. The bottom left there, Kent Mack, is a friend of mine and has been a client of mine from a coaching perspective for years. So he's been talking to me about Evolv for many, many years and just telling me about the transformation he's had from a physical perspective. So I thought that was pretty pretty wild when you showed me this slide earlier.
Yeah, kind of a coincidence that apparently he obviously avoided some hip replacement surgery, which I'm sure he's pretty happy about.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah, big time.
Cool.
This is an awesome one.
Yeah, so Limitless, again, I'm just going to go through these real quick, but this is a product that it's meant for inflammation and pain management. Do you want to share the story of your mom?
Yeah, I will. And one of the things that I liked about the Limitless is, it's a natural inflammation pain management tablet that you take. And, the thing about, again, a lot of people now are concerned with the ingredients they're putting in their body. And I know my mom is. My mom is overweight. She was probably on the verge of getting knee surgery because she has trouble getting around. And we put her on this Limitless. And after the first day of taking these, the Limitless, which is, equivalent to, isn't like one pill equivalent to like 500 beats or something.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch Dr. Oz, you know that, you got to put beats into your body. And my mom's like, okay, I don't want to put 500 beats a day into my body. So when I presented her with this, she was so excited because she had just heard something about Dr. Oz saying how important beats are for your inflammation. And so she took it, and it was in that next morning I received a text message from her, and she was so excited. And she said, Michelle, I think you may be onto something. I don't even think we had quite joined yet. We just had samples, and I wanted her to try it. She says, I really think you're onto something. This was the first night that I actually slept through the entire night, woke up, and my knees were actually not hurting. And she was just amazed that she was able to notice such an impact on her, her knees and, being inflamed all the time in such a short amount of time just from taking this.
It was a pretty cool story because we didn't really know what to expect as far as like what kind of result or impact it would have on her. And I tell you one thing, I've never seen Michelle's mom more excited than she was that next morning when she said, you've got to get me more of this stuff. Yeah. She's like, I don't know what it is or what just happened. She's like, I feel absolutely great. This is the first good night's sleep I've had in almost 3 years. So that definitely was a positive sign for us, saying that maybe we are in fact onto something, and clearly Evolv is onto something with the Limitless product.
We always use her as the guinea pig. But yeah, there you go. One little red capsule, 500 beats. I know for me, I can't stand to swallow big pills. I mean, they're really small little capsules. I mean, you do your research on what the benefits of beets are, and you're going to see the amazing health benefits that can really change your life, especially if you suffer from, chronic inflammatory conditions.
Awesome. So here's just a quick example of what your blood cells look like while taking Limitless versus what they look like if you're not taking Limitless. Here's obviously Predator. This is how you look according to the Predator. When he's viewing you, you're either all red and orange, or if you take beets, you're clearly more green and blue,
and the inflammation's not as bad.
I'm no doctor, but I'd rather be green and blue rather than red and orange. So, hey, that's proof right there.
Oh, my favorite.
This is Michelle's favorite. So this is kind of like a meal craving killer. This is like the afternoon. I want to have that bag of Doritos, but instead, I'm also kind of running low on energy, so I'll have that, my third triple mocha grande latte for the day, or instead, no, I'll have the energy as well as appetite suppressant thin drink. It tastes really awesome. I like these. I thought I was going to hate them. I actually drank one of these yesterday afternoon. I was kind of getting that afternoon lull, and I was like, let me just crush one of these things down. Boom, felt great. It reduced my cravings, and
gives you energy.
Yeah, it's great for energy. It's great for the metabolism. It's got all these really cool, features in it. So low calorie, packed with nutrients. Awesome. Avoid the junk food. This is my favorite right here. I'm actually drinking one right now. I love the Evolv Energy. It is refreshing. It is very tasty. I just love the way it drinks. And this clearly is to replace the energy drinks. So again, getting back to that.
Unhealthy.
Oh yeah, getting back to the Red Bulls, the 5-hour energies, all those things. I mean, this is an over $10 billion market. And think right now, do you yourself, or do you know anyone who is crushing down Red Bulls to get through the day or to go out at night or whatever the case, and spending too much on them for starters, and just putting like the badness of a Red Bull into you? So instead, you get to make a more cost-effective, better, more healthy choice, replace all the unnatural stuff of the 5-hour energies and the Red Bulls and the Monsters with Evolv Energy.
Well, and imagine the ammunition you would have right there if you knew somebody that's drinking these unhealthy monster drinks, these Red Bull drinks that have been shown now lately to actually be killing people. Imagine the opportunity that you would have right now to show them how they could replace that. You would be doing something wonderful for their health and helping them also save money. There's an opportunity right there in every single one of these products that we're showing you here, but I want you to also not only just look at this from your own perspective, but also look at it from an opportunity for you to change lives.
Absolutely. That's a great point, Michelle.
Yeah. Thank you.
So
no crash.
Yeah, no crash. I mean, it supports joint health, which is cool. Glucosamine, great for immune building. I love this stuff. And now, hey, so let's go through now. Let's say you don't know anyone that drinks coffee. So you yourself or everyone you know, they're not coffee drinkers. They're not looking to lose weight. They're not looking to replace meals. They're not looking for energy. They're not looking to satisfy cravings. Do you know anyone that drinks water? Anyone out there at all that drinks water?
Or how about healthy water?
How about just everyone on Earth requires water, right? Our bodies are like 85% water. So let's just say on the random chance, the obscure situation that none of the current products up until now were going to be consumed by anyone that you know or that you consume yourself. How about just some good old-fashioned water? But it's not good old-fashioned water, right? Because this is actually awesome water. It's alkaline water. It's got energy boosters. I drink this same Evolv water throughout the day. I love it. It tastes really, really awesome. Tastes like just really clean, purified water.
Yeah, and I mean the health benefits of the alkaline obviously supports, your pH balance. That's really big. I don't know if you've seen, there are companies out there that actually sell the systems for your water to create that alkaline water. I mean, Evolv has this water already packaged up. Again, it boosts ATP production for natural energy and supports healthy inflammatory response. So again, it's healthy for you. It improves that oxygen also.
They also have a multivitamin product.
Okay, I have to say, on this vitamin, I'm one of those people that I have, been always a supporter of the MLM industry, and I will go out and sometimes buy one of these liquid vitamins, and I'm sorry, I mean, all the ones I've tasted have been nasty. So when Tom and Travis were sitting in the boardroom, when we were at the main office here in Dallas, they actually had me try this, and I was so afraid to try it. I was actually blown away when I took a sip of this because it tasted amazing. It tastes like a fruit drink, like a kind of a sweet, soury fruit drink. I mean, it was
kind of like orange juice.
Yeah, I mean, it was really good. So this is something that I got really excited about because I know myself that I don't get enough vitamins and minerals probably in my system. So to be able to have this was, made a huge difference for me in the fact that it tasted good.
It tastes good, and it's so good for you. I mean, you just take a shot of this in the morning, and I mean, man, what it does for you as far as your skin, your eyes, your brain, boosts muscle recovery.
That's what I was going to say, after workout, you could take that.
It's really great.
Yeah.
So that's right there. That's just a quick synopsis of the products. Obviously, you can get a lot more information. We're not here to go deep into like ingredients and all that kind of thing. But full product suite, right? Obviously something that's for everyone out there. We right now, I can honestly tell you, are consumers of probably about 5 or 6 of what you just saw, like daily consumers. Like we're loving these products. We already have several family members and friends who are also taking these products and loving it. And there's then the whole opportunity